So, well, it's like these are things that work for everybody. It doesn't matter what country you're in, what things you are. This is a process everybody that's in a body that's born, that we go through these layers and we develop these layers of our life. So each planet's a different layer. I have the layers here. Where are they? One second. Oh, I must have lost it. Let me pull it out. Yeah, so everyone has this over here, so you can see it. Yeah, so we have all our levels of consciousness and layers, and we all have experiences on each of these levels. And usually when we're going on our day, they're all shook up like salad dressing, and we just run them all together and we just go do. But when you stop and look at them as an astrologer, when you're looking at each layer separate, you're looking at the oil, the vinegar, you're seeing how the things are separated, and it's very clear to see. It takes a little more time to know it, understand it well enough, and observe it enough to be able to advise people and help people how to heal with it. So you're always trying to get, so Venus is this principle, whatever sign Venus is in, is going to color or bias what you want. It's going to affect the way you desire things. And therefore, the way you think and the way you want to live to try and get the things you want. And it's going to show how the nature of your temperament when you don't get what you want, when you get what you want. It'll come with a certain style. So the coloring of a sign on Venus is a very powerful influence. It's not just about it being in the house it's in. This is the attitude we take to our emotions, to our magnetism, to what we want, to how we pose it, to the choices we make, to the kind of choices we're aligned to what's going to turn us on and make us feel satisfied or content. And there's 12 different ways to find that contentment and to value oneself. And there's many, many ways to go against the way we really want to compromise or take things less than what we want. We can sell out, I better take this, or this is too good, or that's too good. Or who do you take, the rich person or the person you love, or do you go for the money, or do you try and do some art, or what kind of schooling do you take? What choices have you made along your life? Well, if you made the business choices, you could be 50 and you have all the money, you have the nice place, you have everything, you have your family growing up, and there you are, you're all settled and content, but you may not have traveled or done a lot of other things. But then someone else may not have gotten the house and may not have gotten those things, had a somewhat stormy personal life, but may have had many other experiences that taught their values. So, so we don't really refine our emotions and what we want until we run into what we don't want, until we don't get what we want, and then, or until we run into other people who don't have what they want, and we see the difference. So it's an evaluating, it's how we evaluate. Is this nice? Is that not nice? This tastes good. That tastes good. Taste is a very good example. This tastes good. I can't eat that. I would never eat that. I can't stand that. You know, like we all have our tastes. But we have our taste about people that we like, people we share things with. We have a taste about music. We have a taste about clothes. We have a taste about style, about what we want to look like. We have a taste about the car we drive, the people we know. There's no end to what we are making tasteful judgments about, or emotional judgments about, or evaluating. At the same time, there's times when Venus gets afflicted in our life where we go through crises that are really determined to help us evolve our values, or devolve them if we go the wrong way. All right, okay. So now we're getting into it. So when we gotta go through the categories, this is the same process with each planet. We're going through the same techniques of the rising, setting, but we're just coming to know, right now we're coming to know the planets as the functions and how they're affected by the signs. It's a really important process. This is the key to spiritual or qualitative involvement. The more you evolve the quality of the sign of that planet and its quality in the sign it's in, the happier you're going to be. The more you misuse the energy in that way, you know, like it's better to be aligned. There's a nice expression in French. We don't have a word for it in English, really. It's d'accord. It means we're in harmony. We're in agreement. We want the same things. D'accord. You know, it's a nice word. So, we have a certain amount of content for ourselves. Then this Venus quality can go out, and as socially, we're evaluating what we have out in the life and what we have in the world around us. So we have an inner evaluation, our self-worth, our values. We have an outer evaluation. And we judge other people according to that, and they judge us according to that. Would you live in a poor house? Would you marry a poor person? Would you marry a rich person? Would you, like, do you have to be better than the person you're married? Do you want someone who's going to support you, or do you want to marry someone who's way better than you and you'll support them? It requires this emotional judgment, this evaluation. And it's funny how just when you think you got something you want, it changes and you don't necessarily want it anymore. The infatuation is the superficial side of Venus, but it's still powerful. How many relationships are based, how do you tell the difference between infatuation and love? Whoa. Well, not being infatuation doesn't necessarily mean you have to hate someone, but if you were infatuated once and you get rejected, it can turn to hate, but for thinking it would have been love. What's sincerity of our emotions? You grow up, the people who have sex, or the beautiful people who meet people and they have sex early, they get judged, oh, they're easy, they're loose, or whatever, and judgments get made. Who are you going to attract? Who are you not going to attract? You just take what comes your way, whatever. This process of, it's a tremendous judgmental thing between everybody. Who do you like being with? Who don't you like? Nobody likes me. I can't be anywhere. Everyone likes me. I can be anywhere. Like, wow, huge spectrum. But when you're trying to evolve your Venus, you start with the sign. And at first, when we're growing as little kids, we're just grossly living out the grossest element of the signs, very animalistically. But it evolves. And over the years, we refine and evolve our Venus. And it will evolve according to the sign that it's in. The sign conditions this attitude. So if you have Venus in Aries, you're not going to be content with just being satisfied in a relationship. You want to prove things. You want to do things. Each sign's like this. It has its own special quality of what's going to be rewarding, what's going to be satisfying. If I'm going to be, at least I got to have this, or I want to have this. It's this is what you're striving for. So in negative, it's vanity, and it's envy, it's lust. But when it's positive, it's that envy becomes the incentive to make something beautiful, for an artist to create a painting, or a sculptor to do something, or for a farmer to put all the plants in so that they can see the plants growing and see the harvest coming. There's a beauty in it, even though there's a lot of work involved with it. So everything has its cost, and it can change from one level to another with Venus. So when daylight is increasing, the Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, that increases it. There's a move to get my own things. I want to have more money. I want to have my own things. I want to build up my appreciation. I'm going to be more worthwhile. I want to take this further. It's going to be there in those 6 signs. And I want to do it myself. I don't want to owe it to someone else. I want to get it myself. That's the daylight increasing. The nighttime increasing, the Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, that's going to, I want to belong. It's the nighttime increasing. I want you to like me. Do you like me? Do you think I'm wonderful, Leo? Have I done things good enough? Do you like sharing with this? Do we want to be together? It's like it's being pulled into togetherness more than towards independence. It's a very simple concept, but very profound in how Venus is affected. Are you happier when you do things yourself, or when someone says, just lie there, I'll take care of you? No, you want to interact, you want to be appreciated for something you're doing, not something someone else is telling you to do. This is going to affect an attitude to studying, to working, to playing, to relating, on many different levels, at home, at school, with friends. You can see it in different places. So this daylight increasing, this movement to be more independent with what I want to choose. I want to make my own choices. Here's some ice cream. No, I don't want that. I want the other kind. Like, I don't want cake. I want pie. I want, I don't want to wear a suit. I want to wear jeans. I'm pushing for what I want. It may not be what everyone else wants, and often it may be rebellious. So but Venus in Capricorn, it's it's more ambitious. In Aquarius, it's more wanting to be respected for the ideas. In Pisces, it's wanting to be more believed in. In Aries, it's more impulsive. In Taurus, it's more substantial. I want to have the things. In Gemini, I want to be talking and I want to be liked. I want to like my ideas and things. So these are all pushing one in one way. In Cancer, I want to be secure. I want to have kids. I want to be best. I want to be perfect at what I'm doing. I want to share. I want to consummate my sharing with someone else. I want to know a lot of people. It's tied into involving, doing things for other people, with other people, more than doing it for yourself. And the choices are going that way. I'll choose this. I'll choose. So as soon as you say it in a word, in a sentence, it doesn't express it well enough. But if you're watching it, you can see this behavior pattern. And you'll see how it works for you. So by seeing how it works for you, that's the magic of astrology coming together. And once you see it for yourself, it's not hard to look and start seeing, oh, it's different for that person. Oh, wow, how come? Wow, how could someone do that? What do you want? You know, like, why would you want that? Or we make so many trade-offs. When we don't get this, we'll take this. If I can't have this, I'll get this. We have so many, but we'll do it in the style of, I'm doing it myself, daylight increasing. I'm trying to do it more myself. I want to be in a place to be able to make my own choices. But I want to make choices. Let's make our choices together. Let's share. I want to make, that's the darkness increasing side. One involves other people. I don't want to be alone. I want to belong. I want the appreciation. I want to be part of it. Do you appreciate me? Do you appreciate me? Whereas the daylight increasing would be more, don't you appreciate me? Here I am. I'm worth this. It's a different texture. So it's not a defined word like a keyword. It's just an energy we tune into. Now, okay, let's just